Hey, I just couldn't stay away. So, no video yesterday, but I'm right back today. You get to see me again. Oh joy and hooray for you. Should be quickly, maybe a short, maybe not, who knows. It's the 16th of April today, and it's around 4 o'clock during the daytime, actually. Anyway, card news. Bowman basketball comes out slated for the 22nd. So next Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday. Past Wednesday, yesterday, was the 15th. So next week it'll be the 22nd on a Wednesday. And looks pretty good. Good old 200 card checklist. Look at me spouting off information that really is card lover people information. So, set builders, 200 card checklist there. 100 card prospect checklist. So maybe that's a 300 card set. I don't know. But 2 plus 1 equals 3 any other time, I think. But yeah, some pretty good things to chase in there, I guess. They have 4 case hits that I saw they were advertising, and they did advertise them as case hits. Bowman Anime Crystallized Etched in Glass and Bowman GPK. Those are supposed to be case hits. And it's going, across the whole basketball universe for, America, I guess. Women's prospects and players will be in there. You have this year's current rookie class, with Coop or Cooper Flag. Which one should I say, Coop or Cooper Flag? Let's stick with Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag and Con Knipple, that draft class, and the upcoming draft class for 2026 with Dibansa or Dibansa, whatever it is, or however you say it. That'll be on there. And looks pretty good. Don't have any pricing information, but pretty good deal. So get it if you can. I probably will, but I probably won't. With Topps Chrome Football, it was I probably won't, but I may be able to. Which I was, but I didn't. But I will. Hey, Mega Box Mall. Look out for it on May 1st. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Switching now to what I love and care about. The reason I collect cards is to help me stay up with this. Because when I can't tolerate looking at people, listening to people in that world of what they do with sports and with basketball is disgraceful, really. And on every level, from coaches, reporters, people, broadcasters, sitting up on a panel, players, everybody. It's absolutely disgraceful what goes on. But hey, I love it, so deal with it. But yeah, transfer portal. I think I don't know, the guy who was coming from Alabama went somewhere. I shouldn't even said anything about that because I don't care about Alabama basketball. Nate Oates is fine and a fine coach, I guess, but I hadn't gotten into his program yet. The only player that has come from Alabama to me has been Brandon Miller, and in the Nate Oates regime. And before that, and outside of that, I don't care about Alabama basketball. Never have. You know, some dude, Sherrill, maybe it's Aiden. I don't think I can mess that up. It should be spelled Aiden, I guess. But he went somewhere. So that's that. I don't know. I shouldn't have reported on that. And yes, I am reporting. But yeah, what I care about, St. John's, and I did, you know, I had two teams all throughout life. It was Duke and these guys I'm talking about now. Doesn't have anything to do with a singular person or anything like that. I like these guys going back to the late 90s with teams comprised of players like LeVar Postell, who was a first round draft pick, I think I remember correctly regarding that, of the New York Knicks, you know. And so guys like that, of course, I've expressed all my love for former McDonald's All-American and Portland Trailblazers late first round draft pick Eric Barkley, point guard Eric Barkley. Ron Artest was on those teams. The guys out of Baltimore was on those teams, Bootsy Thornton and people like that, I think. And but yeah, so I liked them from back then. Nothing about now. And but yeah, they have acquired a guy for about $4.5 million. I don't think I can mess this name up, even though it's as foreign can be. I think he's an imported Italian, you know, an import of Italy, where, you know, people like Rick Pitino are from. His name looks to be Quinn Ellis. So I don't know, but he's agreed to terms with St. John's to come for about 4.5. Wow. Now I may edit that out, but I probably won't. For about 4.5 to 4.8 million dollars, and then he's going to return to Italy after the 2027 NCAA tournament or something. Something about 2027, he's returning to Italy, so I don't understand that. Maybe his contract over there already has him tied up with a no NBA clause or something. Because what if he comes and is the best point guard in basketball, and he can be a top lottery pick in the draft? He wouldn't do it. So I don't know, but it's already agreed that he's coming over for 4.5 mil, then going back to Italy. So whatever that's about. Other big news: the big guy out of Georgia, Cyril. I'm saying Cyril because hey, that's what I'm saying. Where did he go? Left Georgia, went to Miami or something. Hey, it may be right, may not be. But he signed. Go figure it out on your own. And just saw SMU big guy, Turkish guy or something. Yigi Tolu or something. Wow, he's like 7'2", and he did come from SMU. And I think he's transferring to Indiana. So, those are things that are in place. That other guy from Alabama may be going to Indiana too. I don't remember or care. But care about Indiana, always have. I like them. From a child. From the time I was a child, I was a big old Bobby Knight fan. God rest his soul. And hey, God bless his children. They're still around. So, care about Indiana for that. And those are things that I have to say. Didn't make it to be as short at all, but who cares? Card content will be upcoming. And I'll keep doing some, but not all, of the things that I do. Yeah. So that's it for me. Was it anything else out of the transfer portal that I cared about? Because it truly is about the transfer portal. Well, I don't know. But, hey, I've got to do it. You'll soon come to learn that it's totally me. Basketball world news. I was always into it because I'm into this. Not that specifically I'm into this as a type. I'm into the finest things that are available. I really am. Don't let this fool you. Don't let these fool you. Don't let this fool you. If you ever see me shirtless, don't let this pudge at the bottom of my gut. God, I still have abs, but they have tried to destroy my life with middle age conditions, and it is really hurtful and sad. But hey, it happens. We all age, and the best you can try to do is age gracefully. But now I hold in high regard this. We all know that I'm model loving models. We're talking about beautiful women, not model cars, model planes, model things you can create. We're talking about long-legged goddesses. In my time, pre-booty model era, it was runway models and Playboy Playmates. Those were good times. But it seems to be a pretty nice candidate out here now from the world of women's basketball. I don't care about it at all. You wouldn't draw me back into it. But I always take my hat off to a nice piece. That means dime piece, which is totally a 90s reference. What do they say now? Baddies? Bad-ease? I don't know. Is that old too? Who cares? It's some chick around Azy Food, whatever it is. She is really looking to be something. So, hey, I'm not looking for a date. Please don't give me any kind of acknowledgement or recognition, because I know that it would be negative, and you'd probably be calling me an old creep or pervert, and definitely a loser. But, hey, I've always done it. At one time, I was able to do it, and there would actually be probably flirtations back. Sadly, not anymore. But yeah, she is pretty good looking. Got some type of big endorsement. I don't know. She was on something, lifting 135 pounds on the bench, and I didn't know who she was. Saw her at the championship game after the Don Staley, Gino Auriemma thing. It was coverage about that, and she was being interviewed, and I didn't know her. And but yeah, pretty good. And today I saw her on an ad, and I thought it was an ad for, financial security in the future or something. And it turned out to be her going to Dallas Wings training camp or something. So that's 3 for 3. like an eye popping, whoa, wait, hold on, who is that? 3 times. So she must be pretty grand. And that's all for me. Always content with sports and beautiful beauties, women. If there is anything to cover. So, watch this or don't. One day I think you will, but it probably won't be today. Casual card consumptions, context, and controversy. It's not official, but so far my closing words have been this: I'm gone. Just as an add-on, I've been wanting to say for a while, back to the other day we talked about Oregon, guys. We know I love this stuff. What I love about it more than anything, this stuff being basketball, what I love about it more than anything is great basketball talent, great basketball players. So, not as a slight, hey, this stuff is me talking just as I talk. So, nothing that I've gone over and over and over. So the other day I was talking about Oregon and their lack of players. In my opinion, didn't really have anybody I've ever liked. But I did overlook, and he's a guy that I did like then. I discovered him, and I like him today, and I'm proud of what he's become. Yes, he's white. But I've long been a lover of the standout white point guard. Always have been. And so I just always have been. And the guy I'm speaking of there that I failed to mention, of course, is Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics. If he went to Oregon, I may be remembering it wrong. But if he went to Oregon, I remember also Peyton Pritchard. Been wanting to clear that up. Now, in the spirit of continuing there with the white point guard, and this is the way I am. I mean, so because they are white, and basketball comes from in the way that people really love to see it. You may be jealous of the talent, you may not be a fan of the behavior, but people loved the basketball in the brand or style. Everything is a brand now. In the style that comes directly from the heart of the inner cities. Directly from the heart of the inner cities. The urban settings of America, particularly, well, I covered it by saying inner cities. So, we actually, love that, and we do. Hey, nobody wants that around. So we've, evolved past that as a basketball society now. And the guys that were a part of that culture are the main culprits. I mean, are the people who help further us along into becoming, great and upstanding basketball people. So now, not a ton of whites that were, they're great. In football, it's the same thing with the white running back. Maybe I shouldn't try to sound smart here, but it's either conversely or adversely or something like that. Who knows? But you know, look, and another way you can look at it, what I'm saying is, you know, take it in these terms: the black quarterback for a very, very, very long time, even though you have a lot of them now. But yeah, so the white point guard wasn't always the greatest talent or the best there at what was going on, but you had guys that were standing out. I've been a fan of them all the time. You know, even as a child, I would go back and pick players up. And now I'm telling you, this just came to mind. I was going to say Steve Alford first, proving, you know, my history there, knowledge of history with Indiana basketball. But I'll go back even further than that. Mike Dunleavy, actually Mike Dunleavy Sr., who used to be a coach for the Lakers, was a very, very, very fine point guard during his playing days, I think at the University of South Carolina. And I would never plug South Carolina. I don't like them, even though Charlotte is not basically, it's bordered with South Carolina totally. You know, so, but I won't get into geography lesson. But yeah, so Pritchard is a guy that I like, and I've always liked those guys. It's a pressing need for me to mention the name Nardi. I remember Nardi I liked too. So, but whatever. And of course, McNamara, who is now the coach at Syracuse University there. I mention him for no other reason than he is one of my absolute favorite players, a big time player, and it is it's unbelievable to even go to the NBA. But these people all have things worked out, so maybe he didn't want to go to the NBA. So that's that with that. Peyton Pritchard, I've been wanting to say about that, and now this St. John's situation, and hey, coincidentally or whatever, which I don't believe in coincidences, so I don't know, but sad news dealing with the whole thing. The guy who was a standout for St. John's this year, and he's white and a point guard, and I liked him. He was a very, very, very fine player. The Darling kid, Dylan Darling, has left St. John's, and it's part of the reason that I talked about it, and I forgot to mention it. But I got the news last night. They were in the running for this Ellis guy, and I saw that Dylan transferred because of it. Well, I saw that Darling transferred. I saw the Darling transferred, and I looked at the article, and that was the reason. So first I saw Darling transfer, then I saw the reasoning behind it. And very sad. Hey, you can give your all for people, and they can kick you in the butt. And so he was good. So the best to Mr. Darling in whatever he does. If we never see him again, he did a pretty good job. So that's about all that I can say there. I wanted to update that, and also let it be known that the Bowman basketball information that I came upon there and informed you of, my devoted 14 subscribers, came from Tops Ripped. So that's it for me. Another long video. Hey, just look at it from the standpoint of I talked to you. I'm gone.